Artists and creatives, you have the power to heal, transform, and elevate lives. Are you ready to step into that power? Hello, I'm your host, Diane Foy, and today we're going to talk about future visioning. The last 3 episodes were all about the Superfan attraction method, outlining that stage 1 is authentic personal branding, stage 2, purpose-driven content, and stage 3, media spotlight. And now we're going to go into more details in all the other areas that go under those stages. And the first one, before we can do anything, we have to figure out what we want. So future visioning, I like to start off by thinking about your career, your life, 10 years from now. 10 years gives you the time and space to not have to be so realistic, and you can have freedom to really say what it is you really want. And so 10 years from now, think about the different areas of your life. What are your career accomplishments? Where are you living? What is your lifestyle like? Are you living in the city, country? Which city? Small town? Are you in a house, condo? What car do you drive? Who are you surrounded by? Family, friends, neighbors, community. Who are you surrounded by 10 years from now? This is what it is you really want. If there was no obstacles in your way, what do you want? How's your health? How is your mental health, physical health? If we didn't run into each other for 10 years and you had a party in 10 years, invited all your old friends and coaches and peers and community, and you were celebrating, what major accomplishments would you tell me all about? What have you achieved in your career? How have you given back? What is your purpose? How have you lived your purpose? What travel experiences have you had? Who are you surrounded by? What are your strong highlights of the last 10 years? And that kind of helps work it back. So I'll share mine. 10 years from now, I'm so clear on it. I want to live probably Niagara-on-the-Lake area. I'm in Toronto, but I'm thinking Niagara-on-the-Lake. Close to Toronto. I can still come back, but have a house, Niagara-on-the-Lake, still around creatives. And my dream house is not too big, but it's cute. It has room. I think I just want room where there's extra bedrooms. There's a creativity room is my dream, to have an area where no matter what creative pursuit I want to have, I have the room for it. My dream would be to have all set up stations of a painting station, a craft station, photography, a little mini photography studio, video production, what else? Just arts, crafts, jewelry. Maybe even for work, I would have creativity retreats. I want to have all the supplies. I may not be the expert in any of it. Some of them. But just to be able to have that freedom to explore. You've always wanted to paint? Let's paint. You always wanted to play music? Pick up that guitar. Maybe invite other creatives that do know how to play that guitar and will teach you. So that's kind of my dream. I also want to have a wine cellar, and be close to friends. have a good community of support. Yeah, it's not, yeah. I want a nice neighborhood, great neighbors, big bathroom. And then I just want freedom to be able to travel where I want, make trips whenever I want to go. I want to go to Europe. I want to explore Scotland and Ireland and Italy and France, and also have trips to Caribbean, just the freedom. And that's why core values are so important. So what are your core values? Mine's freedom. I may not be that money motivated, but money means freedom. Freedom to do whatever it is you want to do. So career-wise, I want to continue my purpose of helping artists and creatives achieve their dreams. Because, like the beginning of this podcast, artists, creatives, you have the power to heal, transform, and elevate lives. And my whole purpose in life, even though I've changed careers a lot, I was a photographer. I was a makeup artist. All I wanted to do was be on photo shoots with actors and musicians and dancers and creatives. When I was more in fashion for makeup, you'd find me on music video sets. And so my purposes remain the same. Then when I was a publicist, I wanted to help all those unknown, brilliant artists become known. And now with coaching. So you see, I'm passionate. So I just want to continue to be able to do that on a bigger scale, to be able to help more people, maybe have bigger group programs, maybe become a public speaker. This is what I want you to start thinking about. Start getting clear on every area of your life. If you're a musician or actor, like, what are your career accomplishments? If you're a painter, do you want to go paint in Italy for a month? Put that on your list of things that you want to achieve. How's your health? I have realized that, in order to achieve everything we want to achieve, we need to be healthy. So how is your health? How are you going to maintain your health? And when you have all this, part of my vision too, I'm going to be surrounded by animals. All the rescue dogs and cats come to my house. That'll be my place of animal rescue. And I want to be near horses. I'm really fascinated with horse therapy, maybe. And there are coaches that kind of work with horses and what they do. Maybe that's what I want to do in the future. So that is my kind of future vision. And so I want you to think every area of your life. Who are you a point of influence for? And so once you kind of figure out that 10-year vision, okay, where do you need to be in 5 years to achieve or be on your way to achieving what it is you envisioned at 10 years? And that's where, goal setting comes in. You break it down a little further and then focus on your 1 year. But that is the power of future visioning. And that way, along the way, all your decisions, part of personal branding is exploring your values, beliefs, what it is you really want. Why do you want it? That's with all the things that you say you want. Why do you want it? What is your purpose? What is the reason behind why you want this? And now, as you go through trying to achieve a lot of these things, every opportunity that comes about, okay, Does this decision, does this opportunity fit in with my future vision? And it doesn't always have to. Future vision is not written in stone. Something might come up that you're just like, yes, I did not put that on my vision board, but I'm all for it. But you also have to, does it fit with my core values? And it also stops you from getting off track, because some amazing opportunities might come your way that everyone would think you're crazy to pass up. But maybe it doesn't fit with your vision. It doesn't fit with your core values. It doesn't fit with the track that you're on. And that's okay. But in order to not get sidetracked, you need to be very clear about your vision. I create vision boards, and that's another way of visualizing what it is you really want. Maybe I'll tell you a little bit about creating a vision board. And there's so many different ways of doing it. Some people like to just flip through magazines and rip out whatever connects with them. Some people make vision boards all the time. I'm not that person. I make one, and that's my vision board for a few years, and then I'll make another one. So in that case, I'm very particular on what I put on my vision board. So I will go and find the images I want. There's different ways of doing it. And some people do digital vision boards. There are different websites where you can build a digital vision board, or even just Pinterest. Use it that way. So remember years ago when that movie and book, The Secret, came out? Of course, everyone got into it for a while, and I think that was the first time I created a vision board. And we, it was kind of, the deal was, oh yeah, you just put all these things that you want on a board and you'll manifest that it'll all come true. And I don't think I have a photo of what it was back then, but I think if I looked back on it now, I probably wouldn't want a lot of the things that were on there, except maybe travel. But I think at that point I was putting stuff on the board that I think I was supposed to want, that we're all supposed to want. Marriage, family, kids, family and all that. Success, money, house, big fancy car, but now I want to, if you get really clear on what you want, and that's where the why you want it come in. Realistically, do you really want it? And also being, how bad do you want it? Because that's where knowing your why and your purpose comes in. I mean, sure, I would love to be, so rich and have a big house and have anything I want, but it's superficial to me. I don't really want it. It's not a priority for me. And then also, are you willing to do the work it takes to achieve what you put on your board? And that's where that motivation comes in. I don't think I want a big mansion enough or a home in Italy, and I don't really want that. So I'm not going to work for it to get there. I just want to be happy. I just want to be free. I want to have enough money to be free, to have a simple house, but enough room that I want. I want to be able to take a vacation when I want to, travel when I want to, and returning to my purpose is to be able to help more arts and entertainment get out there in the world and help artists achieve what they want, because we all benefit from that arts and creativity. It changes lives. It changes the world, arts. So that is my contribution, that I can offer up my knowledge, my experience in the various fields to help artists succeed. And I just want to do that on a bigger scale. Then I'd be happy. I'd be satisfied. So it's important when you're thinking about your future vision. Do you really want that? Core values. A lot of times you're a musician, an actor, or an artist. You want to be, a very successful musician traveling the world to tons of fans. But maybe your core values are more about family, security, stability. Those are a mismatch. You're probably, with your core values, you don't want to give up what's most important to you in order to achieve that rock star life. And maybe it's not what you really want anyways. If you're an actor, sure, you want to be that. You think, oh, I want to be that famous actor that's winning all the awards and doing great work. But again, does it really matter? Would you be happy if you think about your purpose, what it is that you want? A lot of those actors and musicians, they didn't set out to be a famous person. They wanted to create work that matters. They wanted to impact people with what they say, with what they write, with what they, the stories they tell, no matter what their art form is. They want to impact the world. And the fame is maybe a byproduct of that. That's where it comes back to your purpose. So I hope I gave you inspiration to really go after what it is you want and to stop and figure out what it is you want. And this is one of the exercises that is in my free playbook and training. So the Superfan Attraction playbook goes through the method, the 3 stages, the branding, content creation, and media, and all that goes into that. It's like an overview. But in the free training, I give you a few exercises, and one of them is the future visioning. It's going to be very similar to what we just talked about here, but it's just it's the first step. And then in that training, there's also trainings to get you started on telling your story timeline. You're figuring out your core values and limiting beliefs, and also who your ideal superfan is. So there's exercises in that, and it's all free. You can download that at dianefoy.com/freebie. Sign up. You get the playbook and the training, and it gives you a glimpse of the work I do with my clients, and we can go deeper with that. And if you want a coaching session on one of the topics, definitely you could fill out a form to volunteer to be a coaching subject on the show. And ideally, you go through that training first, and then we'll talk about that. So dianefoy.com/volunteer. Thanks for watching Superfan Attraction. If you enjoyed this episode and all that you're learning, be sure to subscribe to the channel. To connect with me, I'm Diane Foy Arts on all socials and in the Superfan Attraction group on Facebook.